All right, welcome to Week 7 of our NFL predictions. And we did this last year, but we didn't even start until Week 7. So we've already had 6 weeks in. And Ethan, before this past week, Week 6, he won Week 4 and he won Week 5. Things have changed.
And I won Week 1 too. Didn't I win like the first?
You won. I think Brady might have won 1. Maybe. Or maybe I won 1. But I don't think you won every week. But this week things have changed. Last week, Brady had 10 points. I had 10 points. And Ethan ended up with 4. So at the end of 6 weeks, Brady and I are tied at 53 points overall. Ethan is at 51. So Ethan is trailing, but there's a lot of season left.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to start with tonight's tonight's matchup. As of this recording, it's Thursday. New Orleans, they're 2-4. They're going to Arizona at 2-4. It's a pretty good matchup. Brady, you won. I'll let you go first.
Arizona.
Brady goes Arizona.
Wait, who's that again?
That's Arizona Cardinals.
Okay.
New Orleans Saints. I don't know on this one because I think they both are not that great. I'm going to go New Orleans on it, though, even though Arizona could be a little better. Ethan?
I'm going to say New Orleans.
He's going to say New Orleans. So if the home team, the Cardinals, win, Brady gets the 2 points. That's how it works. Moving on to Saturday, we have Cleveland at Baltimore. Baltimore, that's his team. Cleveland is at 2-4. Baltimore's at 3-3. It's actually my turn to go first this time. I am going to also say Baltimore.
Baltimore, right?
Because Cleveland, after they lost to the Patriots last week at home and it fell apart, I don't know about them. What do you think?
Yeah, me neither.
You got to use a oven mitt.
I know.
He's making some waffles in their toaster oven. And he grabbed it.
Not toaster.
Yeah, it is.
Air fryer.
Air fryer. Same thing. All right, Cleveland or Baltimore?
I'm going to say Baltimore. Baltimore is definitely a better team.
Yeah.
And Cleveland is, they're just not that great. They it looked like they might be all right this year. They got Deshaun Watson as their quarterback.
That's right.
And of course they've still got Nick Chubb and Denzel
Well,
Watson.
Watson hasn't played, though.
That's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I was just getting to. Watson hasn't played this year. And they've had to have a backup quarterback who's decent, but still not that great.
Yeah. He's a good backup.
He's a good backup, but not so good to be starting the first 7 weeks. I'm going to say Baltimore. Baltimore hasn't done the greatest this year, but they're definitely a better team, and they usually do. Nick
Chubb is potentially the best running back in the NFL, but they don't use him enough, which is surprising. Atlanta, they're 3-3. They won last week over the 49ers, which was a shock. They go to Cincy this week, who are also 3-3. We're back to Ethan now. Who's your pick, Atlanta or Cincy? They're home in Cincinnati.
I'm going to say Cincinnati because Cincinnati is kind of they're similar to where Baltimore is right now and where the Rams are. Like they were a great team last year. Cincinnati went to the Super Bowl, and they kind of had a good run then. But it seems like this year they're just not doing as well.
Yeah,
I haven't really watched too many of their games, but I know by their record that they're not doing that great. But I'm going to say Cincinnati. If they lose to Atlanta, I don't know what to say about them. They're not going to do well this year if they lose to Atlanta. It'll really make them look really bad.
That's right.
If that happens.
Brady, he's still over there making his waffles. You got Atlanta 3-3 versus Cincinnati at 3-3.
I think I'll go Cincinnati.
You're going to go Cincinnati. I am too. Cincinnati lost early in the year, but they've kind of been rolling. And honestly, their division stinks. The Browns aren't any good. The Steelers are not any good. And Baltimore's 3-3 as well. So this is anybody. I shouldn't say anybody can win it. Either Baltimore or Cincinnati, it's up for grabs. I go Cincy here, even though Atlanta shocked me last week, so anything can happen. You got the Detroit Lions. They're at 1-4 because they just came off a bye. But you get the Cowboys, who are 4-2, who just lost to a really good Eagles team. And it really wasn't a blowout like I thought it was going to be earlier in the game. They're in Dallas. This would be Brady's pick, I believe, Brady. Cowboys at home 4-2 or Detroit at 1-4?
Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm going to go that way as well. They need to win this.
Oh, yeah.
Because we saw, you look at the East, who has been the NFL least the last couple of years. The Giants are now 4-1.
Yeah.
Or 5-1. The Eagles are 6-0, and the Cowboys are 4-2. So it's like, where are they going to place in there? I still put Cowboys at number 2. I think they're better than the Giants. They already beat the Giants.
Yeah.
Cowboys got to win this. If they lose to the Lions, then hey, it's all going to fall apart.
And here's my question: who are they starting this week?
The last rumor as of this recording is Dak. He said I will play this weekend. Cooper Rush has looked good, but how long can that last? Of course, Dak, he's not a sure win. So I still would probably go
Cooper
Dak.
Rush has done really well the last couple of weeks.
He has, and I didn't watch all the Cowboys game last week as far as to know his stats. I know it was closer than it was going to be early because I really turned it off and said, it's a later game and the Cowboys are going to win this, but
They did.
They didn't, but they came back. I'm not sure on that, but I think it should be Dak this week. You go Cowboys?
Yeah.
All right. That should be a safe bet. We'll see. Green Bay, they got beat at home by the Jets. They're 3-3. They're going to Washington, though, to take on the Commanders, who are 2-4. The Commanders, I think, get a win last week at Thursday Night Football. It's my turn now. I'm going to stick with Green Bay. I don't know how bad Green Bay is. I really don't. But I know how bad Washington is. And they're bad. So I go Green Bay still. Back to you.
I agree.
All right.
Green Bay.
What about you, Brady?
Who are they?
You got Green Bay Packers at 3-3, taking on the Washington Commanders
I'll go
at
Green Bay.
2-4. Yeah, I think we're all going to go Green Bay, but there's been some shocks this year. Tampa Bay, another shock. They're 3-3. They lost last week to Pittsburgh. Now they're going to Carolina, though. They're at 1-5. It's back to you, Ethan.
Tampa Bay has to win this.
They have to.
It would be terrible if they lost. I mean, Green Bay losing to the Jets was terrible, but upsets happen. Even insane upsets. Tampa Bay got upset last week by the Steelers. If they get upset again, then I don't know.
All the rumors of Brady and his wife having some trouble. Could this be part of it? Could the fact that he's 45, is he starting to slip? I don't know. I mean, I think the Jets are a good team, evidently. Carolina is at the bottom of the barrel. If there is a bottom of the barrel, they have no coach now because they fired their coach. If they had a decent quarterback in Baker, he's out. I don't know who's playing for them. I'm going to go Tampa Bay as well. I think I skipped Brady. But Brady, what do you think?
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay. To me, this is the most sure win of the week because I think that's how bad Carolina is. The shocking New York Giants, though, Ethan, I think we're back to Brady. They're 5-1. They beat Baltimore. I cannot believe it. Now they're going to Jacksonville, who I thought might be improved. I think they're definitely improved, but I don't think they're as improved as I thought. They're 2-4.
Yeah, I think right now they already got a better record than they did any time last year.
Yeah.
What was their final record last year?
I don't know, but they've won just as many games at least as they won the entire season last year. That's Giants.
Oh, the Giants? I was talking about Jacksonville.
Oh, probably both of them.
Yeah.
I don't know how many wins Jacksonville had. Not many more than 2 if they did. It's Brady's turn, I think, though, on this one.
Okay.
Giants at 5-1, Jacksonville 2-4. You're gonna eat right here on the show, why not?
Okay.
Just don't get on this
Got it.
doily thing.
So what is it?
You got the Giants at 5-1, going to Jacksonville 2-4.
Giants.
All right, that's an easy one. I'm gonna go Giants as well.
I agree.
They've surprised me, but I don't think Jacksonville wins this. Indy, they've been starting to come back. They're 3-2-1 now. They have a winning record. Can you believe that? They're going to Tennessee 3-2. This is a huge divisional matchup. It'd be awesome to watch this game. Indy 3-2-1 and Tennessee at 3-2. It's my turn, and I'm going to go Indy. I can't believe it. I really can't believe it because Tennessee's home, and I don't know. I'm going to go Indy though. Ethan.
It's kind of tough. I'm going to say Tennessee.
You're going to go Tennessee, okay?
I don't know.
It's not a bad pick. It's not a bad
I
pick.
haven't really followed either one of these teams this year.
Yeah.
Other than
We need
knowing what the
to,
record
Sunday,
is.
we need to spend more time watching NFL because we've been busy on Sundays and we've just caught pieces and parts. Brady, what do you think? Indy at 3-2-1, going into Tennessee, who's 3-2.
Indy.
Indy, okay. That could be a big one for you, Ethan.
Wait. Tennessee was not a bye?
Tennessee was on a bye last week.
Okay.
All right. Now we're moving on to the 4 o'clock games. You got the shocking New York. There's been 2 shocking teams in the New York area this year. The Jets are one of them. They're 4-2. I cannot believe it. Going to Denver, who I'm telling you right now, I did not watch all of the Broncos-Chargers game, but the Broncos look horrible. They really do. They're 2-4. So, I think this would be Ethan's pick. Jets at 4-2, going to Denver at 2-4.
I'm going to say Jets. I never thought I'd ever be picking the Jets to win anything.
No.
Any year.
Ever.
of my lifetime, but I'm gonna say the Jets to win. The Jets have just been a surprise team this year.
Yeah.
Sort of. I mean, maybe they're not the best of the best, but they're the best of the middle of the pack. It seems, or they're doing good for being
That
in the
division
middle of the pack.
is hot because you got the Bills in there.
Oh, yeah.
You got the Jets in there, and you got Miami when Tua comes back. They were rolling before that. But what do you think, Brady? Jets 4-2 versus Denver at 2-4.
Jets.
You can go Jets. Okay. So you're thinking of an upset. Seattle, they're 3-3. They're decent. Taking on the Chargers, who are 4-2. They won last week against the Broncos. We're at Brady now. Seattle 3-2, or the Chargers at 4-2. 3-3. Sorry, but Seattle 4-2 for the Chargers.
Chargers.
Okay.
I agree.
Oh, I absolutely think the Chargers are better. Something in me says, make that upset. You got to get that upset. So I'm going to go Seattle.
All right.
I don't think they're that great, but they've won some. So you get the Chiefs. They're 4-2. They just lost to Buffalo, but they're still a great team. Going to San Francisco, who destroyed the Rams 2 weeks ago and then lost to Atlanta this past week. So I think it's my turn to go first. I'm going to go KC here, but San Francisco could surprise us. Ethan.
I agree. This is another. The Chiefs have had so many Super Bowl / playoff rematches this year. They faced Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
They faced the Bills, who
Yeah.
they had a great playoff game against last year, and now they're facing the San Francisco, who they beat when they won the Super Bowl back in 2019.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna go San Francisco.
He's going to go San Francisco. It's not a
Never
whole...
defense.
It just depends what San Francisco shows up. One destroyed the Rams, one lost to Atlanta. So I don't know. You got the 1-3-1 Houston Texans taking on the 1-4 Raiders in Vegas.
I think. Remember what I was saying last week about picking our game of the week and then the worst game of the week? I think this falls in perfectly. The worst game of the week.
That's right.
Houston and the Raiders.
All right. Who's your pick? Or is it Brady's pick?
Huh?
Houston 1-3-1 versus Vegas at 1-4.
I'm gonna say Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas.
I just feel a little froggy this week. I feel like just ready to go. And I'm going to go Houston with the upset. I definitely think Vegas is better. They got a new coach. But I'm going to go Houston. I don't know why. I just feel it. We'll see what happens. Pittsburgh. They're 2-4. They did beat a team. Who they beat last week? Shock.
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay. Taking out Miami, who's 3-3. I do not believe Tua's back yet. I don't know. I needed to research this a little bit more. I don't believe he is. But they're in Miami. This is the Sunday night game. And it's my turn to go first. And can you believe it? I'm going to go Pittsburgh because they did win last week. They've got the new quarterback in, Mr. Kenny. What was his name? Kenny Pickett. Yeah, he's from Pittsburgh. This is a national game because it's going to be on the Sunday night, so everybody in the country is watching it. And Miami is crippled right now without Tua. I'm going Pittsburgh. Ethan.
I'm gonna agree.
All right.
I was kind of leaning towards Miami because they do have a better record.
I agree.
I'm surprised.
Have they won any games since Tua was gone? Because they won 3 in a row.
No.
And then they're 3-3.
Yeah, they beat Buffalo early on. They beat the Patriots early on, and they have not. So I don't know. I'm going Pittsburgh here. Why not? Then you got the Monday night game. You got the Chicago Bears. They're 2-4. Going to the Patriots, who won last week easily over the Browns at 3-3. I think this is Ethan's pick to go first. 3-3 Patriots or the 2-4 Bears.
Gosh, both these teams aren't that great.
They're not.
I'm gonna say New England.
Brady. Yeah, and I am as well. They are better than the Bears. The Bears lost to the Commanders on national television. Well, not really national television. It's on Amazon. I don't think anybody's watching. There's not too many people.
Now here's the thing.
Okay.
We didn't pick what's our game of the week. What do we think will be the best game of the week? There
On
wasn't a lot of standouts for me.
on paper, you got Atlanta and Cincinnati, both 3-3, but they're not the two good teams.
I would say I'd almost say Kansas City and San Francisco.
On paper, I'd say I agree with you.
but there's not a lot of standout games this week.
No, there's a lot of
Last week there were some.
I got it. I think Indy and Tennessee. They're
You think?
3-2-1. They're 3-2. It's a divisional game. This is really who's gonna take the lead of that division.
Right.
Because Jacksonville's not gonna do it. Houston's surely not gonna do it. I go that one as the game of the week. I don't know how we factor that because sometimes it's two bad teams that really do have a great game of the week.
Mm.
But Buffalo.
Just like, what do we think is the best on paper?
That's on paper. I think it's Indy, Tennessee. Even though both those teams are not in the top of the pack anywhere. Buffalo, the Rams, Minnesota, 3 excellent teams. Well, Rams, I think.
4.
And Philly. Like, honestly, probably the 4 best teams on paper. You've got Buffalo and Minnesota.
Minnesota, though?
They're 5-1.
They're 5-1?
They're 5-1. Minnesota's 5-1. Philly's 6-0. Buffalo's 5-1. And the Rams have slipped a little bit, but they're still just defending champions. That's the 4 best teams. Well, I shouldn't say that. I would put Kansas City in there over top of the Rams. And who knows about Minnesota? But
Or even if Philadelphia.
those 4 are,
who knows?
they're all on a bye.
Because remember last year, Cardinals were like 7-0.
They
and
were.
then after that, they just plummeted.
Yeah.
No, 11-0.
And they weren't
11-0.
Because remember, Detroit beat them.
I don't remember
They did get
exactly.
beat by Detroit.
But Buffalo, Rams, Minnesota, Philly, all on a bye
Let's
this
hope
week.
Philadelphia starts struggling.
I think so.
I hope so.
The NFC seems weak this year because Tampa Bay, Green Bay, 49ers, even the Rams, those teams are not as great as they usually are. And I don't think the Giants are for real, and the Cowboys, who knows with these guys. It's
The
interesting
AFC's
time.
definitely got the best teams.
That's right.
The
Buffalo,
Bills,
Chiefs.
Chiefs,
Yeah. And
There's no one
and
better right
can
now.
you say the Jets? I don't think so.
No.
Enjoy Week 7 of the NFL. We'll be watching some of it.
Yep.
All right, let's get a picture. Get your mug in there. Ready?